thank you for your kindness, especially in those early terms where I was learning. It wasn't quite housebroken, so there's a lot of cleanup after me.
Occasionally the puppies need a little help, yes.
Thank you, Frank. Well, now I'll go to the gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Cleaver, another classmate.
Mr. Chairman, yes, there are only two of us on this side remaining from our class 20 years ago, Al Green and me. The public thinks that people stay here for 40, 50 years. Most of our class is not here, and that goes for all of the classes. And oftentimes when we believe or consider that we're moving away from something, we are in fact moving towards something. And your towards something, I believe, is going to be blessed. And I ask God to bless you and your family as you go into this new arena. I always acknowledge, what probably is giving myself away, that I'm not a troglodyte when it comes to AI and new things. I'd like to believe that I'm actually open to things. I do have to confess that I am very, very nervous and concerned about AI. Now, we've been warned for some years now, if we were paying attention. We were warned by iRobot, The Matrix, Terminator, and most fascinatingly, the movie Her, which was about this guy who actually falls in love with a thing. A heartbroken man ends up falling in love with an operating system with an enchanting voice. So I'm concerned about this. My son is an actor. They were on a picket last summer. The number one issue that they were concerned about was AI. And I've seen some of the things that can happen with AI. So I'd like, if you would, if we could respond to this. I'd like you, Mr. Butler, respond to an issue of concern. This issue of concern. Research shows that more than half of all Americans have tried out generative AI in the last year, just the last year. And if harnessed in a responsible way, I acknowledge that AI advancements like generative AI have the potential to democratize opportunities. But I think there are also great risks in spite of the fact that there are some unique opportunities. In your view, Mr. Butler, do you believe that companies and other organizations developing and deploying generative AI need updated guidelines specific to the risk this technology presents? And how far behind are we, this committee and Congress?
Thank you for the question, Representative Cleaver. I think that there's a lot of work still to be done, especially here at the federal level, to catch up in terms of providing guidance and direction on risk, especially the process and sort of and standards for assessing risk of different types of AI systems, including generative AI. As an example, in California, their new regulatory agency out there recently proposed a suite of regulations that impact automated decision-making systems that have a significant impact on individuals in terms of finance, in terms of housing, and setting standards for assessing and evaluating efficacy and bias as 2 points. And I would also tie back to the point that Representative Ranking Member Waters made earlier about transparency. If we don't know what data is put in, then it's really hard to evaluate that efficacy and bias as to what's put out. So I think we have a lot of work to do on that front.
Yeah, I'm also concerned. Anytime we create something that is in fact mimicking human thinking and decision making, I don't know how we, and I guess over time we're going to do something. I would hope to be reassured by this group of kind people giving us their time, but, you know, how far are we from, you know, algorithms that can change themselves without human direction? Is that Star Wars? Is that too far out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a really important concern. I think also the black box nature of a lot of these systems makes them inherently hard to evaluate, which I think raises fundamental questions about how do you govern, how do you create guardrails for systems if the people that build the systems can't really explain to you how they work and how they come to their reasoning or their conclusions. I think that's a fundamental challenge.
Thank you, my friend. I will now go to the gentlelady from Missouri, leader of our capital formation agenda, Ms. Wagner.